Welcome to Real Deal, Real Meals. Now, today, budget. We all have some challenges. We have to budget. We have to manage our households, but mainly we really have to budget. And so today I'm on a serious budget. So I'm going to make for you guys white chili. What about that? My rendition of it. I'm also going to make some cornbread muffins. And of course, you know me, the faithful salad. So that's what we're having today. And let me show you real quickly while I'm cutting up the red onions, which y'all can tell I love. I have some red and orange bell peppers. I have northern beans, ground turkey. I have cinnamon, honey, seasoned salt mixture with some salt. And to add a little twist, I have some jerk seasoning, okay? Now, it's going to come all together. When you follow me and you try it, you're going to say, I never had nothing like that. But trust me, it comes together so well. I'm also going to make some cornbread muffins. And let's get started. All right, we're back. Now, first thing we're going to start, we're going to cook brown our ground turkey. Now, for you, some of you guys may use ground beef. I don't. We don't in our household. But if you want to use ground turkey, use ground turkey. That's my recipe. Okay, so I'm browning the ground turkey right now. I'm going to add my seasonings. Oh, and by the way, the other night, when I was cooking, what was I making? It wasn't the quiche. What was the first thing I cooked for you guys? Camera girl, you know?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Do y'all know I was talking to one of my girlfriends in California? You know who you are. She was preaching to me about that salt you were using. But let me explain. When you're making a dish that involves a lot of water, you've got to compensate it with your seasonings. So if you put in a little seasonings, you're not going to taste it in all of that water. Okay? Gotcha. She gonna call me. She gonna call me tonight. I can feel it. Okay. So now, here's our seasoning. This is just some seasoned salt with a little salt. I also like to add, now one of my sons don't like cinnamon. He don't know. He been loving my white chili, right? He been eating cinnamon. He don't like cinnamon. But I've been sneaking it in there. It just adds a little punch to it to me. Okay. I just like to experiment with seasonings. I'm sure you do too. And for those of you that always like to play it safe, it's okay. Just try it. What's the worst thing you can do? Throw it in the trash. I know, right? Waste food. My family always fuss at me. I've been practicing. I'm not a baker, right? I've been practicing baking a pound cake. So in that case, somebody can send me one of their pound cake recipes or even feature you making a pound cake, right? But I was making a pound cake. I think I baked about 5 pound cakes. Oh my God. Y'all know who that is? That may be my team for my conference call. I'll call them back. Okay, so I add, just so you know, I add my cinnamon. I've added my jerk seasoning. I added my seasoned salt with a little salt or whatever blends you want to use. And now I'm adding my peppers. Don't they look pretty? I just like color. You know, sometimes I just add stuff in my food just for the color, not necessarily for the taste. Okay, I guess I need to stop that phone because it's interrupting our... Oh, it stopped on its own. And then add my red onions. It's pretty.
Yeah, I like red onions.
Don't you, girl? Y'all know she be eating every time we finish. My camera girl, Sharon.
That's right.
She eats good. One day I'm going to have a few of you guys come and we're going to do some taste testing. Okay, so that's really done. See, it don't take long at all. Okay? Looks good. All right.
Action.
All right, guys, look. It looks good. Okay, so I have the onions, the bell peppers. I have green, red. I wanted I have red and orange. I'm sorry. I wanted to get some green, but I forgot. So you can add it however you want. Okay. Now I'm going to add the beans. Now these are northern beans. Now some of you guys may be somewhat a perfectionist, or you really want to stay away from like something canned or whatever. I normally do frozen vegetables, but for me, it's quick because it's all about being quick. I have a conference call. In fact, they called me while, do y'all see they called me while I was cooking this chili? So I got to get to the call. So I've asked them to give me a few minutes and then I will call in. But these are the beans, the northern beans, and you want to use your juice, right? What I do, I use about, and it depends on how many people you're feeding. For me, my family loves my white chili, so I have to really make a lot. I hate the ugly bean. See the ugly bean? But you know, I think I have here about 9 cans of beans. Now, for me, as I mentioned to you guys on one of the segments, I've got to lose weight. I'm thicker, and I was on my quest. Look at that. I'm just stirring it up in there. And see how it doesn't look really, it's kind of on the, not dry, but, so you need your juices from the beans. But yeah, I'm on a quest to lose weight. I lost a lot of weight, and I was trying to lose at least 30 more pounds. Well, while I was trying to lose 30 pounds, guys, I gained 10. So now I've lost 5 of the 10, and I have, there they go. Man, see, that's why you gotta cook quick. But I'll call them back. Okay, so let me just pour this in. So what's gonna happen here? I'm gonna let this cook. And it doesn't take long because your meat is already cooked. Your beans are really already cooked. And while it's stirring, or while it's simmering, it doesn't cook that long. I'll say let it cook for about 30 minutes. You want to add more seasonings to this. So I'm going to add more seasoned salt. I'm going to add more. Oh, I have honey. Oh, now let me explain to you about the honey. Excuse the phone. The honey. Whenever you're cooking anything like spaghetti with your sauce, anything with tomato, anything. Now, some people like the bitterness of tuna. When I'm making tuna, most people like my tuna. I add a little sweetener to it of some kind. It takes that edge off. Same thing with spaghetti. You need to add a little sweetener, and I do have to watch my sugar intake, but you want to balance the sweet and the salty in your dish. So the same thing with this. The beans are a little, so you want to balance that out. So look, I'm adding a little honey, and that'll add a balance. It's something to me, and I think this is an old school thing. My granddad, which we call him Big Daddy. Big Daddy was one of the best cooks in our family. And Big Daddy used to always add a little sweeten, just sweeten. He would always sweeten the barbecue sauce. He made homemade barbecue sauce. It was the best. And one day I'm going to make you guys some of that barbecue sauce. So look at that. So now all we need to do is put the top on this, let it simmer for about 30 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. I have to prepare the salad, and I have to prepare the cornbread muffins. See you in a minute. So now we're gonna start up. My boys are like kind of hooked on cornbread dressing. Not cornbread dressing. Well, they are hooked on cornbread dressing too. But they're hooked on cornbread muffins. So I'm just gonna prepare a few cornbread muffins for my boys. My husband actually doesn't like cornbread. Well, at least when we first got married, he didn't like cornbread. But I started doing little things like making like hot water cornbread patties. Ooh, he fell in love with them. So now he'll eat some cornbread muffins. Okay, so all I'm doing is using like just a cornbread mix. I don't have time. Now, for those of you, y'all professionals or home, down home cook type people, and that's my goal. Trust me, it is. But I'm all about what's quick. And that could be quick too, I guess. But I just grabbed some cornbread mix, and I have some eggs. And even though sometimes when things don't call for eggs, like when my sons like to have their me to make brownies, brownies, I make mine more like fluffy, moist, and I always probably will add some eggs to it. Okay, so this is the cornbread mix, and I think I don't have enough milk. Now, as far, I know some of you guys, maybe vegans, vegetarians, and you don't do the cow's milk or whatever. You want to use some type of liquid of your own, whatever whatever you desire, basically. So me, we only use 1% milk in our house, if we use milk at all, and we use almond milk. So there we go. So that's pretty much, and I really don't tend to do things based on the instructions sometimes, because like the instructions for this mix asks for or required a little milk, so it's kind of dry. I don't like that. I want it to be moist. Okay, now this is what I do with my cornbread muffins. I tend to make them using the cupcake holders because it just makes it easy, you know, to pick them up, to eat them. You know, I just think that takes the mess out of things. I literally keep my cornbread muffins. Sometimes I cook them, I bake them, and I put them in my cake holder. And my kids just grab them as a treat, like when they get home from school, you know, those type of things. So it just makes things easy. All right, so I'm gonna get this cornbread in the oven, and we'll be right back. No offense, but I don't mess with that bag salad. Y'all better leave that bag salad alone. I'm just kidding. I know it works for some of y'all, right, Sharon? But Sharon love her bag salad. No, I just rather cut it up like I like it. Look, I'm do like one of them Japanese people. Oh, wow. I'm just kidding. Just having fun. Okay, so here's the bowl. Now I've got my, and I like it kind of shredded. I just don't like, what I don't like is you see big old pieces. You know how they break the lettuce. I don't like that. No. We gotta be a little dainty, girls. Gotta be a little dainty. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here, I'm adding some of my peppers. And you know, of course, and you know what, when I was in the store today though, I really wish I would have gotten some raisins, some nuts. And I had some raisins in the house, but my husband been eating them, so there you go. Y'all know what that's like. You know, you think you got something in the house, you trying to make a meal or whatever, you go looking for it. Oh, I got to tell y'all this story. Y'all know I got to tell y'all this story. Okay, so I really don't make a lot of mac and cheese, right? The only reason main reason I don't, you know, it's fattening, we know that. But my son, one of my sons, my youngest son, he's actually a cardiac kid. He was born with a heart defect. We've lived in and out of the hospital he's now 15. And so he's had 4 open heart surgeries. Can you believe that? But God is so good. But anyway, back to the point, and I'll tell y'all that story later. But anyway, he loves mac and cheese. So for years, I stopped making mac and cheese, not just because it's fattening, but let me say this. When I make certain things, I know we got to eat healthy. And I think the other day when I was talking to you guys, I was saying how I don't want to impose, because I'm trying to lose weight, my eating habits on my family. Well, I do a little bit. And because we are the homemakers, right? So when I do prepare things, it's important what my family eats. And I try to make sure whatever I prepare is healthy, because I want them to be healthy as well. However, as I was saying, I'm gonna go back. Rewind. Okay, so back to about my son. He was in the hospital. He had transpired, or should I say, he had ended up with diverticulitis. No, pancreatitis. And so as a result, and he did really, he loved mac and cheese. So what mommy gonna do? She gonna make her baby some mac and cheese. He used to get up every morning at 5 a.m. and I made his mac and cheese for him the night before I go to bed. So all I had to do at 5 a.m. is feed my baby some mac and cheese. Anyway, let me get back to the point. Okay, so what happened, he ended up with pancreatitis. And the doctor said he cannot eat mac and cheese. I'm like, dude, how's my child not gonna eat no mac and cheese? So what he did, he said, look, feed him the box mac and cheese, because the cheese is not real. It's just powder, right? Okay, so we did that for years. But what I did, I stopped making mac and cheese, period. Homemade mac and cheese. My husband was disgruntled. My other son was, what do you mean we can't have mac and cheese? I'm like, if he can't have mac and cheese, ain't none of us having no mac and cheese. So anyway, but that was the story. So I'm making this salad, and my son's like, Mom, why you do the cucumbers like this? You know how they say, why you cut the butt or the end off the ham or off the turkey, whatever they cut it off? Because, and they come to find out, because grandmama did it because her pot or pan was not big enough or whatever. Well, the reason why I cut my cucumbers like this, y'all know, I like, those of y'all that know me, I'm a little dainty. I know I could be a little rough around the edges, but I like nice, cute, pretty things, right? I was at some event, girl, I saw their cucumbers like this. I said, that's how I'm doing my cucumbers from now on. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I just like the look of it. It's like a design. And for some people that know me too, I like to decorate. I like decorating. So I feel like my cucumber's decorated, and it also decorates my salad. Now look at my salad. I know I made a salad the other night, but isn't that good? Looking good? You got your cucumbers, tomatoes. I got a few of the green, not green, I keep saying green, but the orange and the red bell peppers. Okay, let's get our muffins out. I think they're about done. It's counting down. About 1 minute left. But look at them. Look. See how it's kind of rolling over a little bit, kind of running over. That's okay. That's how I like them a little bit. As long as they're not, you got to touch them, make sure they, oh, they fine. Oh, they ready, y'all. They ready. Look. Looks good. Look at me. I always try to do stuff barehanded. Look at that. Perfect. All right. Let's let them cool a little bit. But while they're cooling, let's look at the chili. Okay, so the chili's ready. Now, it's going to always get that little coat on it. Just stir it up. And it's ready to eat. So we're going to get ready to plate, okay? All right, it's time to plate. So let's get our chili. Okay. Doesn't that look good? Now, I should really use, unless I want some juice, maybe, you know, a spoon with holes in it. Look at that. Isn't it good? And it's piping hot. And I love to put a few peppers on top because I like color. Make it pretty. I like it. Okay, so now we have our chili. And then I'm going to plate. Now, I told y'all to get this thing. This is your salad scooper. And that salad, look how colorful it is. Oh, cucumber. Don't fight me. All right. So on here, I'm going to put my salad. Now, one of the things I really try to do, because I am trying to work on my weight, I need to, like my nutritionist told me, to have a high protein, low fat diet. So, of course, the chili is high in protein. She want me to cut back on my veggies a little bit so I can get my 74 grams of protein in a day. Now, I know this cornbread is not on my list, but it's going to be on my list today, especially for my family. Okay, so since I put these in the little holders, look how easy it is to take them out. Perfect. And I, you know, recommend if you like to make your little muffins, do your cornbread muffins this way. Makes things easier. All right. So here we go. Look. Perfect, right? And then I've got to get my salad dressing and eat. And I don't have my fork. Hold on. Don't move. Sharon, show them the food.
It looks good.
Yep. So I got my one little cornbread dressing. I mean, I keep saying cornbread. Y'all know what? That must mean I need to make y'all some cornbread dressing. Because I keep saying it. Okay. But here's the chili. And I don't know why I got a fork. But I'm going to eat it with a fork today. Delicious. Okay, so that's it for today. Remember, hit me up at realdealrealmeal@gmail.com. I'm Chevelle. I'm the real deal, bringing you real meals.